First up, I want you guys to tell me what the name of your band is.
Silence and Solitude.
Silence and Solitude. Okay. Yes. And what's the origin of that name? How'd you guys come up with that?
You can probably handle this one.
Yeah, this is
probably know the best.
And it started off as a solo project.
Okay.
Like, just me programming, making music. I put it online, and then people wanted me to start a band, so I had to come up with a band name.
Yeah.
And I was alone, and I did it in the comfort of my home.
Nice.
But yeah, that's where the name came from.
Have you guys ever considered changing it?
Yeah, at one point.
Yeah. And what was the idea?
I don't know, there were a bunch
of I don't know. I don't even want to put the idea out because it might get used on like a song title or something like that. You know, it's really catchy, so we'll be using it at some point.
All right, we'll keep it contained. Yeah. All right, so your name?
I'm Jeremy.
And age?
I'm 22.
And what do you play?
I play that 5-string FTD. It's a bass.
You?
My name is Dan. I'm 26. And I play guitar.
All right. Moving down the line.
Chad, 27. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Robbie. I'm 21, and I'm the drums.
Okay.
Drummer.
What genre of music would you all consider your work to be?
I like to tell people it's somewhere between alternative rock and like progressive metal.
Mm-hmm.
With classical influences.
Classical influences?
Mm-hmm. And we try to make each song kind of sound like a different style and genre in itself too, you know?
Nice.
Keep ourselves entertained along with everyone else.
How long have you guys known each other?
I've known Jeremy and Robbie for almost 2 years now, because basically we auditioned them in, so I've known them since they've been in the band.
I just auditioned a while back, and
a couple months ago.
Yeah, man. It's
so probably like
cool.
8 months ago we met.
Yeah, so none of us knew each other before this project. We just all met through the music, so it's pretty crazy.
Me and Robbie knew each other.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I've known Jeremy for like 10 years.
Yeah, these guys are best friends.
When you said you all met through the music, can you explain that to me? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Just digital media.
Yeah, like, I mean, I guess Dan was doing everything, you know, by himself, and then wanted to branch it out to a project, and he found these two guys, and then through friends of friends in music, just people I used to be in bands with, ended up talking about me to them when they were looking for a vocalist, and I heard their music, I liked it, they heard me, they liked it. Done deal from there.
Yeah, he actually auditioned by recording his vocals over one of the songs. Most of them were instrumental because there wasn't any vocal tracks over them. He recorded his vocals over it and then gave it to us and like, this is my demo on your song. It was kind of the best way for us to really hear somebody put effort towards what it was.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool too because it works out great that Dan and myself are really good with, you know, recording programs such as that, so we can kind of bounce things back and forth, and I really dug like them giving me a track, and the audition process was pretty crazy. It was I had to write a song a week, 2 weeks in a row, and record it and come each Sunday with a different song. So I did a song called Blackened first, and then Questions Remain was the second song I did for the band. So it's come a long way since then.
Pretty intense auditioning process.
That's fun.
I don't know, the music itself sounded like it changed, like when he would put his stuff over it. So we're like, oh wow, like it actually has a lot to do with future writing, like what direction they'll go in, you know, because of that, because you know what to expect and like to look for, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he just delivers. So, you know what I mean? It pops them out, but it's catchy, you know, you gotta have something.
Of course, something that people want to hear, something they can sing along with. Okay. So, could you all kind of briefly describe your music making process, like from the initial idea to post-production to a song?
I don't know. I think it's been pretty consistent where I just have an idea, write it, and then we just kind of demo it out, you know?
Yeah.
But at first, that's how it was. Like, I wrote everything, you know? But when he came on, we didn't write any of the vocal stuff. He wrote everything. So usually it was, hey, the guys, this is what it sounds like. Then he goes back and listens to it. Just like we do the instrumental tracks, you know? But at first, it was just me. And then after that, actually more recently, I probably say the last 8-9 months or so, everybody's been, you know what I mean, having their input as far as what's going down. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as them taking complete control over what, you know, the end result of that instrument's gonna sound like. So I like it better that way. I mean, it's a lot more interesting now.
And there's a lot of trust in the writing process, like with Dan doing his guitar parts and like kind of arranging the idea of how the song's going to go and stuff. We trust him to do that, and then he'll lay down, for me personally, he'll lay down like a basic, you know, drum script or whatever over top of it, and then I'll take it from there. And then, you know, Jeremy learns, you know, works on his parts and stuff like that.
I'll get up with Dan once he has a basic idea for a riff. We'll start playing with that, and we'll think about how we can go further into it and evolve it.
To individualize like his parts and mine. There are some things we do play together, you know, that are pretty, I mean, they're intense, but they're not like overly extreme, but we still have to go back to that the simplicity, you know what I mean, of having a bass line and doing things like that. So that's where everybody's input is crucial, because whatever we lay down to that bass line, you know, it's like a foundation what he's singing.
It's pretty awesome how everybody changes the tone of the song with each layer we add too. Like Dan will have, you know, his initial idea, and then he'll take it to these two guys, and then they'll change it when they put in their input, and then basically I get a somewhat finished version of the song, and I just go home and load it onto my personal studio just like he has, and I just listen to it over and over and over again until I have something, and then I record the whole thing and then just hand it back to them and say, here we go, guys.
And we'll adjust what we need to what he wrote if we really like a part.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like with the song we just recently completed, which was Question Remain, that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to waste hours and hours in like the band shed figuring out how things line up, since we can do it all digitally. You know? It's pretty cool.
It's definitely extremely convenient, because like being in groups before this one, where there was no digital anything, all of the writing and all the creativity had to be in the shed, and like not all writing can be just spontaneous. It's got to be thought out, and like
You just don't get good feedback.
Yeah.
And being able to do trial and error. Like immediately, putting everything right into the mix and seeing how it sounds along with everything, taking everything to kind of the next level.
Yeah, and then being able to pick apart at it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys' rehearsals generally like? Do you all like have a set time, like a schedule, or do you guys just spontaneously like, I feel like getting in there and knocking out some tunes?
We have scheduled practices on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, but Chad can only make it out to the Sunday practices. So Tuesday and Thursday would be when either me and Robbie get up with Dan and we work on some new parts or a new song or whatever we want to do.
Okay.
Or me and Jeremy jam, or either one of us meet up, you know, just kind of try to make it 3 days a week, basically.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome too, so they can get their stuff tight during the week, and then by that Sunday I've got my stuff worked out and hopefully some new tunes written and a little bit further going. Like now we're starting to work on Consider the Sinners is I guess the working title on this next one, and it's cool to come in and everybody be prepared on that Sunday. You know what I mean?
And that's the benefit of being a group prior to having a vocalist and not having the vocalist come on at the same time, because you know you have a lot more to work with.
It's actually really awesome, because my goal actually, as weird as it sounds, is to say a song behind these guys. So they're writing a song, right? And then when they're done and they're working on the next song, they're giving me the finalized copy of the previous song, and I'm writing all my vocals and my lyrics and my story wherever I want to take it while they're working on the next song.
So you're essentially somewhat of the finishing touch.
Yeah, we do it layers. He does everything first, and these guys knock out what they want to do in their style and they figure it out, and then I knock out my thing, and then, you know, we go.
Want to change something after. We don't go back to it and be like, okay, well, when he's doing this here, so we need to change this part and do
tweak it a little bit.
It's too busy or something for what he's singing.
Ultimately, to have the best product.
Yeah, and I rewrite my vocals pretty frequently, too.
But instead of being stuck on one song, that's why. You know, with the rehearsals, it's what have we done? You know, and then when we come in to rehearse, then it's, okay, we've done this so far, let's work it. And then after we're done, like, no, change this, or, oh, yeah, that's great. I like that.
So what's been your guys' biggest challenge as a band? How'd you get over it?
The biggest challenge.
Well, there's like two parts to there's two lives of the band that happened. You know, there was one before he came on, and then when he came on, I mean, there really haven't been too many challenges since he's gotten here, other than the music video, you know, and trying to get that and everything right. But before that, it was just band member issues and, you know, lineups and stuff, like trying to figure out who's fit for it and who's going to do it. So, but once that got sorted out, which took a while, it swallowed up a lot of our time we could have spent, you know, doing shows and, you know, actually getting out there and playing. And it was kind of depressing, but, you know, now we're finally out of that. You know, we're going in a totally different direction, and so far it's been flawless. Like everything's just kind of going.
That's good. So what are you guys in your future plans?
We're really trying to get on stage. You know, we miss it. Going up there, but you know, we gotta be patient because I don't want to go out there and embarrass ourselves.
How can people gain access to you all's music?
Well, we have plenty of links online.
Okay.
You know, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Facebook / Silence in Solitude. That doesn't have the music on it, but you know.
It's got links on everything. I guess the best way would be the Reverb Nation. It's reverbnation.com / Silence in Solitude. Pretty easy. You know, it's got a demo of Blackened on it right now. The first demo I actually did to, you know, my audition. Actually. So that's, you can hear that on the Reverb Nation page. And I'm still proud of that. You know, it sounds really good. I'm sure all of us are. we're gonna mix that one next and get a final version of
do
that.
all the recordings and everything and make it, you know, because we've gone back. Those are just demos, you know. We didn't spend a whole bunch of time trying to mix them down and all that. You know, we just want to hear it. But now it's different. So we'll get them all mixed down and mastered. We'll get the next one. So this one, that'll have it too, but it'll sound more fresh because we got them here now. It'll all sound like it's in the same room, you know, and yeah, sound like that.
Before you guys get out of here, is there anyone you might want to shout out from an emotional standpoint they backed you, or financially? Just anyone you want to shout out at all?
All these guys.
Yeah, thank you, Jared.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely the band. Friends and family that have been supportive since the beginning.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have
Our families, my mom, my dad, you know, even my brother, my sister, like everybody's like in tune with it and believing. So, you know, and the availability to be able to try and do this, you know, and have time to do it's pretty good.
Yeah, we've all got really good support systems. We all have families, some of us girlfriends, you know what I mean? Really close friends in other bands. All support everyone. It's a pretty cool scene around here. There's a lot of people that hold each other up and kind of root each other along. Virginia Beach is an interesting place to live.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank my mom. She does management for the band, actually.
Okay.
And it's my girlfriend, because she makes sure that I can do what I love to do.
One shout out, I guess, would be to Charlie Anderson. He helped me record some of my vocals. You know what I mean? We record all of our stuff ourselves, but you know, I wanted a little bit of Charlie's intuition with the vocals. You know, he's got a really good ear for a lot. I've been friends with the guy for a long time, so I trust him a whole lot.
Yeah. I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. Did anyone want to say anything? Any last comments?
Appreciate your time,
Well, it was a pleasure seeing you all, man.